31 planes of existence. That means in the whole universe, all those living beings are categorized or divided into 31 groups. Here in this world or in this planet, we can see many of them. Human beings, animals, and although we cannot see, some sort of invisible living beings such as spirits, ghosts, or devils also exist in this world. There is no separate world for ghosts or devils or spirits. They do exist everywhere. Now let us start from the very beginning. Start from hell, from bottom up to the top. Hell is regarded as most miserable, very unfortunate, a state where living beings suffer throughout their life. Sufferings exist everywhere. As human beings also we suffer. But our suffering is not like sufferings in hell. Because we have interval. We suffer, again we enjoy. We cry, again we laugh. Again we suffer. This is our way of life. But in certain places, from their birth up to the last breath, for a long period, no happiness, no pleasure, no laughing, but physically and mentally most miserable and sufferings, no interval. From birth up to the death, not even 1 minute interval to take rest. That is called hell. This is the nature of hell. But hell is not located under this earth or under the great ocean or anywhere. It's very clearly Buddha has mentioned this. We should not think hell is a particular place located under this earth or under the great ocean. And not only one place where there are sufferings from their birth up to the last breath. There you can find hell. As human beings also we suffer in hell. As animals also they suffer in hell. As spirit or ghosts or devils also they suffer in hell. But they have interval. Some have no interval. All the other religions talk about hell. But their concept or their belief about hell is different. To them, hell is eternal, permanent or everlasting. Buddhism says there is no such place. There is no such life that which exists forever without change. Again, other religions say hell is created by God or devil. Buddhism says hell is not created by anybody. Where there is suffering, hell is there. Therefore, hell is not created by the Buddha or devil or God or any other living being. Then, the duration, the period that they have to suffer, depend on the degrees of bad karma. Some people create very bad karma, very cruel, very wicked, and by creating enormous sufferings. Then their karma is very grave, very deep, very heavy. Then the suffering period also becomes very long. Either as human beings or animals or devil or ghosts or any other forms of living beings. Long period. And some people suffer only for a short period. That means their bad karma is not very heavy. When that bad karma is over, they get the chance to get rid of that unfortunate state. Therefore, it is not eternal or permanent. There are various forms, various states where these living beings suffer, either physically or mentally. Some people suffer only mentally. Some people suffer physically. Of course, physical body cannot experience pain. Mind experiences the pain through the body. This we can understand when doctors give anesthetic injection. Mind cannot experience the pain, so that they can cut here and there, but no feeling. The mind must be related to physical body. Then the pains and pleasure both we can experience. If we separate the mind from the body, no feeling, no sensation. So, now the first unfortunate state of existence is hell. Now you have learned the meaning of hell. What is hell? Where there is suffering, hell is there. That's all. Otherwise it is not a separate or ready-made place under this earth. Then we come to animal life, animal kingdom. I don't know why people use the word kingdom for that. They never say human kingdom. Only animals enjoy that. Very respectable word, animal kingdom. Animals are very unfortunate. Then you can say certain dogs and cats enjoy their life better than human beings. They get nice food and comfortable bed to sleep and medicines and look after. They have some servants also to look after them. Not in that sense. Why they are unfortunate? Then you have to compare human life with animal life. Then you can understand that animal life is very unfortunate. Whether they get good food or comfortable life or not. Right? They do not know anything about their life. They are in the dark. They do not know how to mold their next life. Animals do not know how to prepare for the next life. As human beings, we know, because we can understand that there will be another life hereafter or after our death. Therefore, we can prepare for the next life. Animals have no such idea. Therefore, their life is in the dark. That is why we say they are unfortunate. Again, rebirth takes place as animals because of certain bad karma that they have committed. Some human beings behave, live like animals. They have only human body, human figure, but their way of thinking, their way of life, sometimes worse than animals. More wicked, more cruel, more dangerous than animals. After their death, rebirth takes place as animals. That is the bad effect. Now, what is the difference between humans and animals? Ahara nidra bhaya maithunancha samanya metat asubhet nara. This beautiful saying in Sanskrit language explains the difference between humans and animals. Eating, sleeping, sex, and self-protection. These four things you can find in every living being. Eating, sleeping, sex, and fight. Self-defense to protect their life. If human beings also live only eating, sleeping, experiencing sex, and fighting for their protection, then what is the difference between animals and humans? Is there any difference? And then how can we say we are superior or we are higher? There must be something. But we are very cunning. Animals are not that bad. But there is something that we cannot find in animals. Dharmo hitesam adhiko visesa. We have something extraordinary thing. What is that? Dharma. This dharma you cannot find in animals. What is dharma? Dharma means noble life. Noble means respectable life. Respectable means harmless life. Harmless means by maintaining, cultivating certain good qualities, virtues. They are known as humane qualities. As human beings, we develop humane qualities. To respect our human dignity. By giving due credit to our human intelligence. This intelligence you cannot find in animals. They are not intelligent. They have mind, but very, very limited. For their survival, for their protection, or for their enjoyment. They can extend their mind only for that. But as human beings, we have an intelligence. We can extend this intention throughout the whole universe. It is very dark. It is very powerful. If we develop it, this intelligence. So, first time, human beings are the only living beings who have discovered a religion. Religion was not given by God, discovered by a human being. Other living beings have no religions. That is called Dhamma. This Dhamma help us, support us to continue our way of life without suffering, without becoming unfortunate living beings again, without becoming animals, without becoming devils or ghosts or spirits, without becoming unfortunate human beings. You know, there are so many unfortunate human beings in this world. Some are mad, mentally retarded, blind, deaf, dumb, crippled, or stupid. They are unfortunate human beings. Why they have to suffer like this? Why rebirth has taken place like this? Because they did not follow the Dhamma. They did not lead a religious life. Just lived. Sometimes worse than animals, as I mentioned. But the human mind discovered religion to guide mankind, to lead a respectable life, by allowing others also to enjoy their life without disturbing them. That is religious way of life. So when we allow others also to enjoy their life, then we reduce our jealousy, our anger, our hatred, our ill will, we reduce. Then we become very noble, very respectable. But how many human beings are there who can do that? So, now you realize the difference between animals and humans. As human beings, we can prepare our next life to be better than this existing life. To be more intelligent, to be more comfortable and peaceful, happy, prosperous life, if we lead a religious way of life, if we follow the Dhamma. That is why a Buddha is important for us, to tell us, to guide us how to make use of this life. Otherwise, we do not know what to do with this life. We cannot understand. We think the purpose of our life is enjoyment. But the same enjoyment creates enormous sufferings later. Worries, disappointment, unsatisfactoriness through the enjoyment. Therefore, enjoyment is not the main purpose of our life. Then what is the main purpose? Complete liberation, complete freedom, complete bliss or peace. Now we have no peace, we have no bliss, we have no freedom, we have no salvation. Every day we grumble, we accuse, we blame, we complain, because we have no satisfaction, we have no freedom. We cannot satisfy with this life. That is why we always grumble and accuse and blame others. Then where is happiness? But religion teaches how to tolerate certain things, how to face certain things, how to overcome certain things, and how to stop certain things. By using our human intelligence, we can do that. But many other living beings have no such opportunity. They had to face. They become victims very easily. But as human beings, we try to escape from certain things by using our intelligence. So, animal life is miserable, unfortunate, and nobody knows the fate of their life after they are dead. But continuity of life process remains. Then the third one, Preta. Preta means a spirit world, are invisible. They do exist here, in this world. There is no separate world for them. Of course, you believe that your good friends sleep for 1 year and there's a particular day they get up and come out. And you prepare something for them during that period. You call them hungry ghost. They go down and sleep for 1 year. There's a particular day for them to come out. They are Chinese ghosts. Chinese ghosts are very obedient. Not like other ghosts. Because other ghosts always come and disturb us. But the Chinese ghosts, only once a year they come out. See how nice they are. And sometimes you give only one chicken leg. They satisfy and go back and sleep again. Very nicely, you introduce them. Anyway, these ghosts or spirits exist. We cannot deny, we cannot say there are no such living beings. Why they are invisible? Why we cannot see them? Do you know the reason? The formations of this life, this body, take place due to the combinations of elements and energies, mental energies. Three things there. Mental energy, cosmic energy, and element. In our case, humans or animals, more elements like solidity or fluidity or heat or wind. These are the four elements. Therefore, we can see the formation, the vision. But a spirit and ghost, they have more mental energy, more cosmic energy, and lesser degree of element. That is why we cannot see them. When we develop our psychic power or attain arahatship or the Buddha, then through their wisdom we can see these ghost or spirit or whatever. Therefore we cannot say they never exist. They do exist. And they are very jealous, very cruel, and also very miserable. Because of their problems, their trouble, their suffering, they disturb others. Why do they disturb? Because of jealousy, anger, and intolerant mental attitude. Not like human beings or animals. They always disturb others. Now let us take a snake, cobra, poisonous snake. Any time they are ready to attack. That is their way of life. If you touch a little bit, attack. This is the nature of serpent. These snakes are very, very cruel by nature. Their duty is to attack, that's all. So if the snakes are like this, what about these devils and ghosts? They are also very angry, very cruel, very wicked, and very jealous. Disturbing others is their hobby. Of course, there are human beings also. By disturbing others, they enjoy. Some people behave worse than cruel animals. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, the Straits Times I have seen in America. A very rich contractor who has killed 33 young boys by torturing them secretly. Can you imagine? He enjoyed by killing them. Can we regard them as human beings? That is why I told you, human body, but the mind is not human. Very uncultured, very cruel, very wicked mentality. So, how to escape? This is very important. How to escape from devils, ghosts and spirits? By praying and worshipping to them? No. Simply by worshipping or offering certain things, you cannot escape. If not simply worshipping and praying to Buddha or God, no, not it. This is very important. Because all are scared of devils and ghosts and spirits. But they do not know how to escape. When our minds are pure, ghosts and devils and spirits become powerless to attack. If we have more anger, more jealousy, more grudge, more ill will, more immoral attitude, then they get the chance to attack us. Take for instance, you are very kind. You never disturb others. You are very honest. You never bluff others. Never tell a lie. And you always extend your sympathy towards others, assist and support. You never hurt others, either by scolding or accusing or beating. You never hurt others because of your kindness. Such kind-hearted, compassionate people will be free from their attack, because they never, devils or ghosts never attack, never did, they cannot do that. Not only devils and ghosts, even fierce animals also never disturb them. There are certain monks and some people who meditate in the jungle, where there are fierce animals like lions or tigers or pythons, but they do radiate their kindness and compassion, metta, every day. And those animals also never come and disturb, because the environment around that area is completely different. They smell it, they feel it. That is the power of mental energy that we radiated with kindness and compassion. That is why I told you, this dharma, this religious way of life, always protect us and guide us. Dhammo have rakkati dhammachari, the beautiful sayings in Buddhism. If we live by following certain religious principles, but these religious principles, this dharma, always protect us. We get the chance to avoid or escape certain misfortune, accident, and sudden death or injuries and disturbances. The dharma always protects. That is why we have to learn by thinking, by knowing, through our understanding, how to make use of this life. So, there are different groups of devils and ghosts and spirits. Those who have created very bad, very wicked, very cruel deeds, because of their hatred, their anger, their jealousy, after their death, rebirth take place as either ghosts or devils or spirits. Then, those who are very stingy, never think of others. They earn, they enjoy, never give even single cent for the benefit of others. Greedy, stingy, and they never create any good karma. Just enjoy their life, thinking this is the purpose of life. So what will happen to them? After they are dead, they never get the chance to be born as human beings, because they have not accumulated enough good karma to be born as human beings. They abuse human life without using their intelligence. They enjoy their life, worldly way. But we can enjoy our life in religious way. This enjoyment we can continue to our next life. The happiness that we gain through religion by helping, supporting, assisting others, we enjoy while we are here in this world, and after our death, when rebirth takes place in the next life also, we enjoy our life. Idha nandati, veccha nandati, the Buddha says. Idha nandati, here they enjoy their life. Veccha nandati, hereafter, after their death, also they enjoy their life, because of their happiness that they gain by doing meritoriously, religious work, helping others. And this is the way how to make use of the life. Then some others who develop their cruelty, enmity, anger, all the while, day and night, boiling and boiling and boiling with anger and hatred and cruelty and enmity. They have so many enemies. If they die with those evil thoughts, hatred, anger, jealousy and enmity, by hating some people as his enemies, they never get the chance to be born as human beings again. People cannot understand how dangerous this mentality. That is why some understanding people, before their death, they apologize. They approach their enemies. If I have done something wrong, please forgive me. Many people do that before they are dead, because they know this will disturb their next life. If they die with that enmity or with that anger. So it is very dangerous. So, after their death, what will happen? They also become some of those devils or ghosts or spirits. Because of that anger. And some others, by leading very unhealthy, meaningless, immoral, harmful, dangerous life, by encouraging others also to do the same thing. After their death, it is difficult for them to be born as human beings. They also become either spirit or ghost or devil. For a long period they do exist. Not like human beings or animals. Their lifespan is higher than humans and animals. Their lives is unfortunate, full of suffering, and again after their death, they also die. After their death, sometimes they become worse than devils or ghosts, because throughout their life they disturb others. This is the uncertainty. Then come to human life. We are called manusa. Animals are called tirachchina in the Buddha's language, Pali language. Tirachchina means living beings who walk in this way. Cats and dogs, they walk in this way. Their head is like this, isn't it? So they are called tirachchina. We are called manusa. Manusa, mana. Mana means mind. Only living beings who can develop the mind. That living being is called Manus. There is no any other living beings who can develop further and further and further intelligence through their education or through their intelligence, by thinking, analyzing, investigating. They can develop and develop and develop. See how many things they have discovered in this world. Scientists, psychologists, philosophers, great thinkers, religious teachers, by using their intelligence. No any other living beings who can do this. Therefore we are very fortunate. We can develop if we work hard. Then we know what to do with this life. Manush. What is the purpose? Purpose is to see the end of all our sufferings. Now that is the purpose. Wherever we remain, still there are sufferings. Still there are unsatisfactories. unhappiness. So, then we get fed up with our life. Some people want to commit suicide because of that unsatisfactory. But when we develop this mind, we know how to gain that satisfaction. Physically and mentally. Every minute we experience some sort of problems with our life. Our physical body. Pain, ache. That is due to imbalance or disagreement, clashes, elements and energies in our body. Sicknesses, old age, weaknesses, all these things take place because of these elements and energies. When there is no harmony among these elements and energies in our body and in our mind. Whether we are young or old makes no difference. Pain, problems, difficulties, we had to face. When two old men meet each other, what do they talk? Listen very carefully what they talk. One man talk about his diabetes, the other man talk about his heart trouble, the other man talk about high blood pressure, the other man talk about gastric ulcer, and other man talk about cancer, another person talk about tumor. All sort of complain, nothing but complain in their talk. Listen very carefully. You can record, when two old men get together and what they talk. And this is the nature of life. So, existence with this physical body in any part of the universe create troubles, problems, pains, difficulties. So liberation, salvation, freedom from the religious point of view is free from all these conflicts. Even 1 minute we are not free from these problems. So when we attain the higher stage of sainthood, then we will be free. No complaint, no worries, no disturbances, no fighting, no crying. Then we are free. Then we really enjoy our life. Now we are not enjoying, we are struggling. We are struggling for our survival, for our living. We work very hard to enjoy life. While working to enjoy, we kick the bucket. Halfway. No chance to enjoy life. This is the nature of life. So human life, among these 31 planes of existence, living being, human life is the highest. I can tell you. Why only a human being can become a Buddha? Nobody else. A God cannot become a Buddha. Devas cannot become a Buddha. That intelligence is not there. Human intelligence is higher than all the other living beings' way of thinking. That mental development can be done only by human beings. And there are no human beings in any other part of the universe. This is the only place, only planet where human beings exist. The Buddhas never exist in any other part of the universe. Only in this world. Human beings can understand the meaning of life. Others do not know. Others do not know anything about their life. As I mentioned just now, as humans we can prepare for our next life, not to become miserable. But others do not know how to do that. Alright, now let us come to Devaloka, heavens. There are 6. So when they come and ask you to join with them to go to heaven, you can say, you have only one heaven, but we have 6. And we can choose one of them, but you have no choice. You do not know that. we can choose which heaven that we like to enjoy our life. There are names also given. Jatum Maharajika, Tavatingsa, Yama, Tusita, Nimmanrati, Paranimmita Vasavan. 6. And the lifespan, duration of existence of their life, $50 years here in this world, 1 day to the lowest heaven, Devaloka. This is true. 28 days here in this world, 1 day to moon. You know that, is it? Only 1 day. So, lowest heaven, Devaloka, they exist 500 years according to their calculation. 500 multiplied by 50, how much? How much? Your arithmetic is very weak. 500 multiplied by 50. How much?
25,000.
25,000. They can exist 25,000 years. Lowers heaven. Enough. And there is no old age. There is no childbirth. So ladies are free from that problem. Yes, they do not give birth like humans and animals. But they adopt these newcomers as their children. They are not children. They do exist as they appear. No old age. How nice. No old age. And they have everything. Very comfortable, enjoyable life. Then how do they get this? Very fortunate, comfortable, prosperous life. How do they get it? Can you tell me? Now if you want to go to heaven, is there anything that you have to do? Simply by praying and worshipping you cannot go to heaven.
These are accumulated good deeds that they have done.
That is one thing. But that is not enough. Definitely we must have good karma. But these good karmas are not enough. You must have some other forces. Here the Buddha says, Satyan bhane nakujjaya dajja appasmimpi ajito. 3 things are there. Beside these good karmas, there are 3 good qualities you have to cultivate. If you want to go to heaven, first thing, Satyan bhane. Tell the truth. Nothing but truth. Can you do that? Here, now you can see a little bit difficult. Tell the truth. Second one, nakujjaya. Don't show your anger to disturb others. Anger is there. We cannot wipe out at once. But don't use this anger to disturb others. This is the second good quality. Third one, don't be stingy. Don't be selfish. You have to give something, contribute something for the benefit of others, to release their suffering. If you can cultivate these three things, with all the other good karma, then rebirth take place in one of these heavens, Devalok. Again, the difference between Buddhism and other. Other religions say the heavenly life is eternal, everlasting, permanent, never change. Buddhism says no. There is no such place. Can spend millions of years. Even then, there will be an end to that life. Only the Buddha who discovers this. But all the others believe it is everlasting. No change. Now the problem is this. These devas, they go on enjoying day and night by spending all their good merit. When their good merit extinguished, exhausted, no more, their life disappeared, just like the flame, this candle flame disappeared. When the flame disappears, there is nothing to remain. When their body disappears, after their death, there is no corpse or no dead body. Now, this is the nature of Deva. They appear, they exist, they enjoy. When there are no more good karmas to support, disappear. During their enjoyment, let's say 25,000 years, they enjoy. They have never done any meritorious deed. They never think of a religious way of life because they have no proper religion. This is the day. That is why human beings are fortunate. Although we suffer, we think of a religion. We think of our next life and we prepare for it. Devas go on enjoying. And here in this world also there are some human beings who have more than enough money and property and so many things, and they have no time to think of religion, very busy. All the while counting money and busy. And suddenly die, nobody knows what happened to them. No time to think of religion. Just like those devas. But poor people, the more they suffer, the more they think of religion. Because they prepare not to suffer in the next life. So, devas have no chance, no opportunities, no facilities for them to do meritorious deeds while enjoying. Then rebirth take place again. But they do not know where. Whether as human beings or animals or any other forms of living. After enjoying such a long period. This is the uncertainty of their life. Therefore the Buddha says, don't satisfy. After gaining that heavenly bliss in heaven, don't satisfy. Thinking, this is our final birth and this is enough for us. You have to go beyond that, further. 6 stages where they experience their worldly life in different ways. Now there is another thing. These devas have some worldly powers that we haven't got. And they can use these worldly powers to protect others, to support us. The Buddha teaches this. He says, when we do some meritorious deeds, religious work, invite these devas to come and share our happiness. Then the devas will be happy. When they come to know that we remember them, we invite them to share the happiness of the merit. So in return, these devas keep an eye on these people who remember Deva, so that they get the chance to escape from certain misfortune, accidents and troubles and disturbances. So the devas can protect. This is the only thing these devas can do. They cannot give us knowledge. They cannot give us wisdom. They cannot give us salvation. They cannot send us to heaven or nirvana. Impossible. But they can do certain worldly help in our day-to-day life for our protection. That is why the Buddhists always remember and invite the devas to share. So we say, Akasattha Ummattha Deva Naga Mahitthika Punyam Tang Anumoditva Chirang Rakhantu Lokasasa. Here, these are the words that we recite. Meaning, I invite all the devas to share the merit or the happiness of these meritorious deeds. And after receiving our merit, may they protect all of us and this world. Because they have such worldly power. But salvation or liberation or heavenly bliss or nirvanic bliss, they cannot give. We have to prepare. Now let us come to Brahma world. There are 16 Brahma worlds. 6 Devaloka or heavens and 16 Brahma worlds. Brahma world is higher than Devaloka. And their existence, the durations or lifespan also higher than Deva. Some of them can exist for one world cycle. Don't know how many millions or billions or trillions of years. But the Buddha says utter wastage. Because there will be an end even to that Brahma world, that life. And what is the nature of their life? Those who have developed their meditation, those who have disciplined and trained their mind, those who have trained their senses, 5 senses, without becoming slaves to their senses, through their meditation. After they are dead, rebirth takes place. That means higher than human, human in worldly sense. Higher than human, not intellectually, but worldly sense. They are higher than humans. They are higher than devas. Why? They are fortunate. They always experience peace, calmness, satisfaction, happiness. Why? They are not crazy for sensual pleasure. Here in this world, where human beings and animals exist, all their problems, troubles and violence and bloodshed and war, killing each other because of the sensual pleasure. Why animals, cats and dogs fight and bite each other? Because of sensual pleasure. Why human beings kill each other, create violence and bloodshed and disturbances? Because of sensual pleasure. If the senses are under control, they behave as cultured human beings, very noble human beings. So those Brahmas, just because they have trained and disciplined and cultured their mind through their meditation, they lead very peaceful life. No worries in their mind, no disturbances in their mind. They have no grudge or jealousy in their mind. They have satisfaction. Three senses are very calm, not active. They don't want to use. The smell, taste and feeling. Not interested. They don't take solid food just like us. For they are living solid food like rice and bread and all these things, not necessary. They don't like to have a nice smell, fragrance, not necessary. They don't like to have nice feeling. They use only two senses, eyes and ear, for their living. That is why they can lead a very peaceful life. When people meditate as human beings, by controlling their senses, they also experience. And they reduce their crazy attitude toward pleasure or sex or these things. That tension, that anxieties reduce. Because that creates a lot of worries and disturbances through meditation. So the Brahmas experience full satisfaction, calmness, relax. We have no chance to relax. But they cannot carry on forever. Now that is the problem. Until the Buddha appeared in India, people never knew this. There were so many Indian religions at that time, 2500 years ago. In every Indian religion, the followers believe that Brahma world is the final goal, eternal, everlasting life. The Buddha said, no. You have to go beyond that further. Because those Brahmas have not completely purified their mind. They have suppressed, they have controlled, They have reduced so many evil forces from the mind. But still remain the roots of craving for existence and little bit of anger, emotion, and little bit of ignorance, illusion are still remain. That is why rebirth takes place again. If these evil forces are no more in that mind, rebirth never takes place again. Then the Buddha pointed out. They had to eradicate, purify their mind completely. And then they can experience eternal bliss. That is not heaven, that is not Brahma world, it is Nirvana. Nirvana is not a place. Nirvana is the bliss that we experience by eradicating all our mental impurities or evil thoughts. The peace and happiness that we experience in Nibbana is like this. I give you an example. Supposing you have a very painful gastric ulcer. Very painful. Every day you suffer. After taking certain precautions and medicines, completely got cured. No more gastric ulcer and no more pain. And you are very normal. Then, either doctor or somebody asked that person, how do you feel now? He said, I feel very nice. Can you tell me what is that nice? The word, meaning of nice there. Can you tell me what it is? He said, yes, I feel very nice. What is that nice? Can you tell me?
Nothingness.
Not exactly nothingness. Very nice. What is that? Think for a while. Not the correct answer. Correct? That's right. That is the correct answer. No more pain. Nice means no more pain. Otherwise there is nothing to show. This is nice. Nirvana is like this. So Nirvana is not a place to point out, that is Nirvana. What we experience, it is very nice, just like that. Got cured completely, no more pain, no more physical pain, no more mental disturbances. Then very nice. That is called Nirvana. But this Nirvanic bliss we cannot gain simply by worshipping or praying or what you call experiencing heavenly bliss or Brahma world. No. Still remain within these 31 planes of existence, wheel of existence. That is called repeated birth and death, birth and death, birth and death. That is what we are doing. Now in Brahma world there are two more. This you may not believe it because you cannot understand. Because there are many things that we cannot understand. We should not think that we can understand everything. In certain Brahma world, body exists without mind. Just like a rock. Do you think it is possible? Body exists, but there is no mind. Now this is the nature of this Brahma. Who are these people? During their previous birth, they develop that particular meditation to control the mind. Mind controlling meditation. So they have stopped their feeling, sensation completely. But mental energy remains there. Mental energy is not functioning. After their death, rebirth takes place in this particular Brahma world. Physical body remains, but no feeling, no pain, nothing. It is a life. Long period. They remain there. The Buddha did not encourage people to practice this kind of meditation, to wasting that life there. Now this is another group, among these 31 planes. Another group, mind exists without a physical body. It is more difficult to understand. Mind remains, but no body. Do you think it is possible? Yes, for you it is impossible. For them it is not impossible. Because you cannot understand. It is not impossible. You have to think in that way. It is not impossible. Why? They have developed their meditation to reduce their craving, attachment toward this physical body. They concentrate very deeply and analyze this physical body, this ugliness, ugly and dirty and filthy thing in this world. Although we maintain this as most precious thing in this world, it is the most dirty and ugly and filthy, smelly. How many times a day we have to wash and clean? Here you can understand how dirty this body is. So they develop this meditation. Then completely get fed up with the physical body. And they have reduced their craving, attachment toward the physical body. After their death, when rebirth takes place in that particular Brahma realm, life energy, because no one can see the life. This is not life, this is body. This is the house for that life to exist. We have a wrong idea because they think this is the life. This is the shelter. This is the house for that life to exist. Life is an energy related to mental energy. Mental energy sustain, maintain life process. So, life can exist without physical body when we analyze in this way. Because the mental energy remains there. So that energy, life process, also remain millions of years. Again there will be an end to it. All the 31 planes of existence belong to these groups. So here, now we are spending as human beings. If we abuse this human life without using properly, there is no guarantee then after our death, again we can get back this human life. This is the answer. If you abuse and misuse this physical human body, in the next birth you become more fortunate to have 4 legs. Today you have only 2. In the next life you can get 4 legs. That means you abuse the human life. Very difficult to become human beings again. If you do very bad, very cruel, very harmful, dangerous thing, you have no chance even to become an animal. Go beyond that. Worse than animals, like devils, ghosts, or spirits. Or hell. Hell means suffering. Therefore we must know how to make use of this life. We should not be so greedy, jealous. We should not develop our hatred, anger. We should not create enemies. By showing our anger, we harm ourselves. We harm others. That is why we need a religion. Religion teaches us how to make use of this life peacefully. Religion teaches us how to die without fear, without worries, without disturbances, how to die with hopes and confidence. Religion teaches us how to prepare our next life after our death. Without religion, all these scientific subjects, whatever worldly subject that you use, they cannot create this. Only religion. More than an hour. Coming to 9:40. We started about 8:20 or 8:20. Yes, now questions. Now I explained already various forms of existence. So which one do you prefer among those 31?
Okay, Reverend, could I ask a question?
Yeah.
I was not here earlier. I would like you to, if you could please explain the transmigration of soul. I'm a little confused there.
Yeah, there is nothing to get confusion. This concept of soul is foreign, not agreeable with the Buddha's teaching. Now, all the existing religions in this world and all the other religions that existed few thousand years ago, all can join together when they come to this particular subject, soul. Buddha is the only religious teacher in this world who pointed out that this is only man's imagination. There is no such thing as soul, either created by anybody or come into existence automatically. Then he explained, what is soul? Where is it? What it is? Nobody knows. Alright. Buddhism says, mental energy is responsible for our life. When that mental energy is purified, life becomes fortunate. When that mental energy is polluted, then the life becomes miserable. Now let us take another example. We take 3 glasses here. 3 glasses of water. Then we pour orange juice into 1 glass. We put cow dung or dog dung into another glass. and the other glass remains pure water. Pure mental energy is just like the pure water that remains in the three glasses. When we add orange juice into one glass, we purify the purity of the water. But it is useful, it is drinkable. We say it is nice. So the worldly pleasure that we experience by polluting the purity of the mind is like the orange glass. But you have purified the dirty or the polluted the purity of the water. But useful. Again the other one, that you put cow dung or dog dung, is a dirty, filthy, you throw away. You polluted your mind by committing bad, wicked, cruel, immoral things. And that life throw away. That means get into unfortunate state of suffering. Very easy to understand. So the mind is responsible. Why did they create this imagination? Because they have not learned how to analyze the mind. Only in the Buddha's teaching, this method is very clearly pointed out. 45 years teaching divided into three groups: Sutra, Vinaya, Abhidhamma. Sutra, Pitaka means morals and ethics and examples and parables and stories and advices given by the Buddha for us to lead a religious way of life. Simple. That is what we are learning. Vinaya, discipline. What are the precepts? What are the things that we have to do? What are the things that we should not do? How to avoid, how to keep away, how to cultivate certain things. This is called Vinaya, disciplinary code. Another section. Abhidhamma, analytical interpretation of mind and matter. What is mind? Analyze. What is matter? Analyze. These analyses you cannot find in any other area. Abhidhamma. When you study this particular area, we can understand everything in this universe. How these things appear, how these things change, how these things decay, why these things disappear, after this what will happen to them, how mental energy contribute and support, how elements come and join, combinations of elements and energies in Abhidhamma. So, the mind, there are 4 mental faculties, not only one faculty. Mind is one, but there are different functions, different duties. Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vinyana. These are the 4. First thing, Vedana, our feeling. Pleasant, unpleasant. One mental faculty experience. Second one is Sanya. Sanya means perception. Perception means we recognize, identify. This is so and so. This is useful. This is dangerous. This is harmful. That recognition is done by this particular mental faculty. Another area. Third one is called Sankhara. Sankhara means all our mental habits, wholesome, unwholesome, or good or bad. Our character, our behavior, our nature, our temperament, our attitude, our moods, all these things are there. Natural, by birth. Not given by the parents, not given by God, but our own. By nature, some people are very cruel from their childhood, but others are very kind. Some others are very cunning. We can see from the very beginning, very cunning. Some others are very innocent. Who gave these things? Nobody. Their own. And some are very generous. From their childhood we can see. And small children I have seen, when they get some sweet, some of them go and share with other children. Some others, I never give to others, small children. And that is their own character. Father or mother never told them to be like this. And some of them are criminal minded. Some are very religious minded. All these things are there in that sankhara. In the modern psychology, it is called collective consciousness. In our subconscious mind, all these mental habits. Then we have our hobbies. Fishing, shooting, collecting stamps, collecting film stars photos. These are our hobbies. collecting hats, collecting shoes. All sort of these become our habit. That means what we have done during our previous birth. I remember these sayings of the Buddha. Very easy to remember. We are the result of what we were. We will be the result of what we are. Can you remember? Can you understand this? We are the result of what we were. If our life is pleasant, peaceful, nice, fortunate, prosperous, this is the result of all the good deeds that we have done during our previous birth. If our life is miserable, unfortunate and enormous troubles and worries and disturbances, this is the result of what we were. All the bad things that we have done during our previous birth, we are experiencing here. We will be the result of what we are. Our next life takes place according to our way of life today. What we are doing, either good things or bad things. So, all these things are there in that third mental faculty. When people hypnotize a person, they can dig out so many things, even the previous birth also. And arahantas, when they attain sainthood, they recall, they remember all their previous activities in their subconscious mind. But people never knew these things earlier. Only the Buddha dig out all these things. And the last one is called vijnana, consciousness. Consciousness means five senses bring object from outside into our mind, give new information. The smell, the taste and the vision and the sound and the feeling. Give some information to our mind. And mental image. Mind itself creates thought and imagination and image. Again, those four mental faculties, among those four earlier mentioned, our feeling, our recognition, our habit. These three mental faculties also contribute to that consciousness. Good karmas, bad karmas, our habit, our nature, our character, all these ingredients are there. So when that consciousness departed from here, transmitted from here, after our death, it is not the soul. People would not understand. So when that consciousness departed from here, again combined with the external cosmic energies and elements. After that, settle down in the mother's womb. Then, so there is no place for soul in Buddhism.